Hello everyone. Is my voice audible? Deepti ma'am, can you hear me? Deepti ma'am, can you hear me? Okay guys, I think we are encountering some network issues. Thank you for being patient. Kindly just wait 5 more minutes. We will be starting in another 5 minutes.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Deepti ma'am. Now you are. Hi, hello. Is my voice audible to you?
Yes, you're audible to me.
Okay. So I think, yeah, now we are ready to start the session.
Yes,
Good
we are good
afternoon,
to
everyone.
start.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. Welcome to the 19th webinar of our prestigious 24 in 2024, the Changemakers of India series. My name is Tanisha, and I'm thrilled to be your host for today's exciting session. As part of our mission at Whiteboard Foundation to bridge the gap between education and the corporate world, we have curated this exclusive series featuring 24 of India's top industry leaders, each sharing their journeys, expertise, and insights to equip the youth of India with the tools they need to succeed in an ever evolving job market. You can know more about our series and our podcast show in our WhatsApp community channel. I'm dropping the link in the chat box. You can join it to stay updated and learn more about the corporate world. Yeah, here it is. Okay, yeah, there it goes. So today's session is particularly special as we dive into a crucial topic, transitioning from campus to corporate, a journey that every student must eventually make, and one that can define the trajectory of your professional career. Our special guest speaker for today is the phenomenal Ms. Dipti Korane, country head at HR Success Talk, a respected leader in the HR domain with a wealth of experience helping professionals successfully navigate the corporate world. With her deep knowledge in the talent management, recruitment strategies, and corporate culture, Ms. Korane has transformed careers and led by example. Today, she is here to guide you on how to make a smooth and successful transition from the classroom to the corporate environment, ensuring you start strong and stay ahead. Whether you are a fresh graduate or a student preparing to enter the workforce, this session will offer you career defining insights and practical tips that can help you hit the ground running in the corporate world. So, without any further ado, let's get started and dive into this enriching experience. Please join me in giving a warm virtual welcome to Ms. Deepti Korane. Also, before we begin, just a quick reminder for you guys. Your microphones are muted, so if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box. Also, we will have a dedicated Q&A session in the last 15 minutes to address all your queries. Now, the virtual stage is all yours, Ms. Deepti.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm happy to join the session from here myself and talk about topic very crucial for all the students who are about to begin their career and about to start their professional life. So before I start, I would just like to know about your thoughts on the comment box. Are we ready to join the session? Are you ready to are you start can you start now? Can you start your thought on your comments on the comment box? Can you share it? All right. Without taking further ado, thank you once again. Thank you Tanisha, for my introduction. I would like to add couple things in my journey which I would like to highlight, which definitely showcase how one can start their professional life from to corporate. Sharing my screen here, and other than corporate journey, I'm also part of a global community called HR Success Talk, and the mission of that community is also for students and to support their uh, uh, corporate life. Let me share my screen. No one's screen visible. Sorry, I'm facing technical network issue at my side.
No issues, ma'am. Take your time.
Right. So, guys, welcome to this journey where we talk about transition from campus to corporate. Welcome to this session. Now, before I start, I would like to touch upon a couple of points that this is not an easy journey for any of the students who are starting their corporate life or about to start, or they are in their college and preparing for their exams and their placements and many things. So this is not only a journey where you face behavioral issues, you also face some psychological issues as well. Many of us we face stress. कब होगा, कैसे होगा, क्या तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी, कैसे प्रिपेयर करना होगा. In the initial time of our journey, we just focus on the study part, where we just focus on the numbers, the attendance, the cultural activities, and once we start to enter the placement stage, this phase become a very difficult to handle. So here are a couple of things uh, which talks about how we can start preparing ourselves not only from the scoring perspective but also psychologically and behavioral as well, because there are the psychological shifts are there in our behavior and behavioral shifts are also there. So what happens when we start in corporate, when we are in the campus, we work, we study, we live in a very comfort zone. We do not think about while talking to our friends, professors, teachers, or anybody else. But when we are supposed to join in this corporate life, there are a lot of challenges which can come across if we just continue to be in our comfort zone. First, I would like to touch upon the independence. The atmosphere of the campus offers us a very comfortable environment, which is good for that particular time when you are in campus, preparing for exams, participating in different activities. But when this phase starts, when you are about to start your corporate journey, before that, you have to take care of a couple of things. You can plan your things. You can just focus on your behavior, your psychology towards the perception of the corporate journey or about the phase you imagine for yourself. So before that, Tanisha, I would request to please unmute yourself so that I can ask a couple of questions, as I'm not able to see the chat box as my screen is shared. So before I touch upon this point, can I hear from the students or from the audience what are their thought process about this phase? What do you think about it? Can I hear from the audience as well? Tanisha, am
Surely,
I
ma'am.
audible?
Yes. Now you are.
Yes,
Surely, just
yes, yeah.
yes. Everyone in the audience is given the mic access. Like,
I really want to have this session a quite interactive. I request do not keep this on mute the entire time. Whenever I request, I request to unmute unmute as well so that I can hear the thoughts from as well from the beginning itself, as we have a
yeah,
limited time.
sure, ma'am. I do understand that. Okay. So yeah, everyone in the audience, you all are given the mic access. Let's just make the session a bit more, and interesting. Let's just, because this is where
Let's
you
not.
can ask your questions,
Yes,
right?
let's.
This is where ma'am is. She can answer it. Either you can drop your questions and like your responses in the chat box also if you're too shy to, speak in
What
the
do you think
meeting.
about the independence of your campus journey? How do you behave? What do you feel? What do you imagine कि मेरा आने वाला जॉब या मेरा ड्रीम जॉब जिसके लिए मैं प्रिपेयर कर रहा हूँ या प्रिपेयर कर रही हूँ वो कैसा दिखना चाहिए वो कैसा होगा मैं कैसे अभी कैंपस में बिहेव कर रही हूँ या मैं कैसे अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट करूँ क्या थॉट्स आते हैं आपके माइंड कैन यू टेल मी प्लीज It seems a very silent audience, but that's fine. I'll take it forward. Tanisha, you can mute again the audience so that I can continue further. So here, when I talk about the independence, the environment and the ambience of the campus give you an independent thought process. But when you are preparing your journey for the corporate, you have to behave in a certain way. You have to prepare your mindset in a way which can help you to enter in your corporate journey easily. There are certain things which you can practice from the initial days itself, which touch upon your time management as well. It is very important for you to think about it and just start managing your time from here itself, and do not enter your corporate life with a fixed mindset about the time management, because what happens in this era, this is a modern era, high-tech era, where nobody fix the working hours are not fixed in most of the organizations. You can call it any organization, any MNC, any startup, anything. This requires a lot of efforts, lot of things which are required to handle, to manage, and to take care. So initially in the student life, we follow a very careful schedule. But when we are supposed to join any campus, any corporate, any organization, it is very important to take care of your time, because first thing, your working hours will not be fixed. You cannot just expect that I have 8 hours of working or 9 hours of working. It completely depends on your roles and responsibilities the organization will work for. That required a time management, because you will have your personal life, you have your professional life, you will have your other responsibilities as well by the side. Third point I would like to touch upon is like communication. Communication is a very, very important part in this transition, because again, we live in a very carefree environment. We behave in a carefree manner while talking to your friends, your professors, or anybody you are connecting with. But here, you need to completely follow the ethics and the etiquettes of the communication, whether it is formal or informal. Your professional communication is very important, which completely emphasize on the clarity and the formality. And when I talk about communication, it just not restricts you yourself to the verbal communication as well. It also important to have the skills of the writing communication also is a very important part of it. Basically, I'll give you an example here. Is like, normally what we use the WhatsApp language, or we use English, or while talking to our peers or friends or anybody else, we use a very casual language. But it is very important to understand the importance and the basic etiquettes of the communication when you are preparing for your corporate journey, because no one likes to hear yeah, yes, that WhatsApp language in the email, that WhatsApp language in any of your interactions anywhere. You have to be very soft spoken, you have to be very formal, professional, you need to be very polite. It is very important part of your journey. Coming back to the fourth point, teamwork. Teamwork is a very important part, because like we work where we handle various projects in our colleges as well, as in your assignments, as your trainings or your internship or anything. Multiple things we take care in our college life, but when it comes to the professional life, the scenario is completely different. You will not always be working with your friends or knowns. You have to deal with different people. It can be different age group, different language, different state, different areas, many things. You have to be part of different teams, not only for the India as well. Definitely you will be collaborating with the people outside India as well. So for that time, again, that time management and communication plays a very important role for any of the assignment. And teamwork, when I talk about teamwork, it should be a very healthy perspective. A very, you need to start your working, collaborating with a very healthy mindset. Adaptability and resilience. These are the skill sets which will set you apart, and it will definitely help you to begin your corporate journey. You have to be agile. You have to be very open and very adaptive to the atmosphere you are going to join in future. Problem solving skills are also very important. In problem solving skills, critical thinking plays a very important role here. You need to think very deeply, you have to go in the depth of any problem which you'll come across, maybe in terms of your coding, any other project, anything. You have to follow this critical thinking. You have to analyze the situation properly. You do not need to be hyper, or you cannot be just silent. No, you have to be you have to think very professionally, very formally, and with calmly whatever problem solving things you will come across. Emotional intelligence. Normally, what happens in general in our campus life, when we are with college or with our friends, we go through the different emotions. We have our best friends. We work with the different groups or partners, or if in any problem come across, we just start reacting immediately without even thinking about it. But here, us having a stable emotions, understanding and managing your emotions is very important to build your work relationship and navigate the workplace challenge. You will come across various situations when you will definitely find that things not are in place. You are not able to talk to this person. You are not able to deal your boss or your colleague or anything. Here, the skill of emotional intelligence will help you a lot. So you have to practice this. Start balancing your emotions. Start thinking about start think differently. Start thinking out of the box, not just a particular in a particular perception. You have to be open. As I was talking about, it is very important. Mindset plays a very important role here, and developing a professional mindset, connecting with the professionalism, your work ethic and communication. So I would like to add one thing here. These are not the only thing जो मैं यहाँ पे अभी अपने presentation में मैं आपको बता रही हूँ या मैं आपके साथ discuss कर रही हूँ. We all know about these things. Today's students are very smart. They definitely start preparing for it. But जब आप अपने practical life में जाने की शुरुआत करते हैं, जब आप अपना mindset उस तरीके का अगर नहीं रखते हैं, then definitely you will face lot of problems. You have to be professional. You have to dress appropriately. You have to maintain the punctuality. You have to demonstrate respect for the colleagues, which I was talking about earlier, in terms of your communication, in terms of your behavior. Even many times it happens, it come across in our personal life as well, professional lives as well, that we don't like someone, any person, any of our friend, we don't feel like to talk to it. So what do, we just block the person, और हम उनको respond नहीं करते, हम उनसे बात नहीं करते हैं, या हम उनको ignore करते हैं. It happens. This is a human nature. But when you are in your professional life, you cannot avoid those people. There are many people who you will come across. Maybe you will feel irritating with them. Someone is very talkative, or any other behavior someone shows. But you have to deal with respectfully and politely with each and every one you come across. Work ethics are very important. When I talk about the work ethic, commitment is a very important part of it. It's not just like our mind. We should not be in a carefree mindset कि मैंने किसी को promise किया है, मुझे किसी के साथ में कोई मीटिंग के लिए कनेक्ट करना है, मुझे किसी से बात करनी है, मैंने कोई डिस्कशन शेड्यूल किया है, and आप उसको ज्वाइन नहीं कर रहे just because of any XYZ reasons. It should not be like this. You have to committed towards your role, towards your responsibilities, and towards your promises you will be making at your workplace. Effective communication, verbal and writing, definitely helps you to build your relationships with other people. Time management. As we talk about this part, time management starts with the planning, prioritization, and the productivity. You have to set some realistic goals for yourself, which will help you not only to start your professional life, but also to grow in your professional life. Set realistic goals. Just don't run towards things. Just don't run. Take some breaks. Plan your things, segregate your things, and then prioritize your things to increase your productivity. It is also very important to eliminate distractions. Maybe it's your phone, your Instagram, your some other personal plans. You have to use those time saving techniques. It's like your Google Calendar, your mobile alarm, Alexa is there. Many things are there in today's world which can help you to plan your things and start your things timely. Office politics and dynamics. Tanisha, can you please unmute yourself? Yeah, can you please
No, ma'am.
unmute? Yeah. So, guys, do you have any thoughts on this navigating office politics and dynamics? It's been almost 10 minutes I'm talking, but I have not heard anything from you. Can I have your thoughts on all these things which I spoken earlier and this particular point? What are your thoughts about office politics and dynamics? Can anybody share their thoughts? Anything? Tanisha, can you share your thoughts as well? I am not just stick to the audience, but of course, I would like to hear from you as well about these things.
Okay, ma'am. I think. Can you repeat your question again?
Yeah, what I'm saying, what do you think about these office politics and office dynamics? What are your thoughts on this?
Actually, ma'am, my thoughts are a bit mixed about it. Like, there are different people in the corporate culture. There are different people, and I do believe that yeah, some people do experience these office politics. However, some do not. So I think it's just you need to handle it strategically. Maybe you have to be professional. You need to talk about it, but I do believe that you need to talk about it. It's not just you just need to stay quiet if you're facing some issues like serious office politics. That's what are my opinion on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. I like it. Thank you so much. Did we get any comments in the comment box from the audience? As I'm not able to see the comment box.
Actually,
Is there anything
yeah,
suggested?
sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, we are receiving some questions that will be addressed in the last 15 minutes. But yeah, there are no
Okay, no
responses,
problem.
guys. Come on. At least if you can't, if you don't want to speak in the meeting, at least drop your responses. Make it an engaging session, no?
It is important, this is again the part of your preparation of your corporate journey, right?
Yes.
You will come across so many things, so many meetings. अगर आप बोर फील कर रहे हो, अगर आप टायर्ड फील कर रहे हो, बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर है, that time also आपको वो सारी मीटिंग्स, वो सारे डिस्कशंस, वो सारे कॉन्वर्सेशंस हैंडल करने होंगे, सुनने होंगे. You will have to communicate to the people, right? So silent रह के काम नहीं चलेगा, but that's fine. I'll take the questions later on. Now I'll talk about this office politics and dynamics. When we start our journey, we come with a different mindset. We feel that everybody is my friend, everybody thinks good, thinks good about me, have good thoughts about me. But this is not an ideal situation of any of the organization. चाहे आप किसी startup में जाएं, चाहे आप किसी MNC में जाएं, या कहीं पे भी जाएं, office dynamics and politics are there. Normally I don't use this word politics, but I call it, but यहाँ पे it is important to talk about it that way. That's why I mentioned here the politics. हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के जैसे आपके कॉलेज में भी आपके साथ में होता होगा कि आप कोई प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हैं अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ में या किसी दूसरे ग्रुप के साथ में, समथिंग सम टाइम हैपेंस, कोई आपको डिच कर देता है बीच में, कोई आपको प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर देता है, या कुछ कोई भी आपके पास में ऑब्स्टिकल आ जाता है, तो यहाँ पे हमारा जो एक थॉट प्रोसेस होता है वो बहुत डिफरेंट होता है. पर जब हम ऑफिस में काम करते हैं तब उन दिस इज एक्सपेक्टेड बाय एवरीवन. ये किसी के भी साथ, कहीं पे भी के भी साथ हो सकता है, whether it is good or bad, या sometimes it goes to the toxic as well. यहाँ पे हम इनिशियल स्टेज पे हम टॉक्सिक चीजों की बात नहीं करेंगे, बट इसके लास्ट में आई जस्ट टॉक अबाउट कपल ऑफ थिंग्स ऑफ दिस टॉक्सिक इश्यूज. But यहाँ पे just to avoid these office politics and different dynamics, you can just start preparing yourself. You have to be open in your communication. You have to be open in your relationship building with your colleagues, with your boss, with your peers, or with the different teams or from people from different departments. You also need to team up with them in a healthy way. You need to participate in a different activities. Just don't be there in your zone कि मुझे इस टीम के साथ में ही काम, मैं अगर काम कर रहा हूँ तो मैं उसी चीज में अपने जोन में अपनी चीज स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ. Start interacting with others as well and seek mentorship, because बहुत बार आप कोई प्रॉब्लम फेस करते हैं, आपकी टीम में आपको कोई नहीं बता पा रहा है ड्यू टू एनी रीजन, आप कुछ हेल्प मांग रहे हो, आपको हेल्प नहीं मिल रही है, बट इफ यू हैव अ बिग सर्कल, you know, more connects in the office, in the workplace itself, it will make your life easy in completing your task, in completing your roles and responsibilities. And mentorship is very important for this. Professionalism, जैसे कि मैं अभी तक रिपीट करती हुए आ रही हूँ, you have to maintain a positive attitude. You need to avoid gossiping. आज किसने कौन सा ड्रेस पहना है, किसने कैसा हेयर कट लिया है, किसी के बारे में अगर हम कुछ भी बोलने से पहले we have to think about it. You just can't go and just comment on anybody. You have to be very, very professional, and you have to focus on the constructive contribution as well as constructive conversations with people. You have to be polite, respectful. Conflict, in case of conflicts, communication again plays a key role. If you have conflict or behavioral issues or any issues with anyone, you can just cannot sit silent, or you can just cannot sit in your cabin or at your workplace or your seat and just stop talking to everyone. This attitude, this thing will not work at all. You have to communicate. You have to speak with that person to resolve the conflict. अगर आपको लगता है कि किसी के साथ में कुछ प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, आपको उनसे बात करनी पड़ेगी, आपको उनकी प्रॉब्लम सुननी पड़ेगी. You should not stick to, you know, just your you needs to be by your side only. अपनी साइड की स्टोरी को छोड़ के you have to listen to other people as well. You have to understand the different perspectives. You have to seek suggestions. You many times आपको बहुत बार ऐसी सिचुएशन आएगी, आपको दूसरों की चीजों को अग्री भी करना पड़ेगा, अपनी मिस्टेक्स को भी एक्सेप्ट करना आपको सीखना पड़ेगा. इट शुड नॉट बी इन अ नेगेटिव वे. यू हैव टू थिंक अ डिफरेंट, a diplomatic side of it sometime I say, because nothing good, nothing bad, it depends on the situation. Based on that you can resolve your conflicts. Effective communication and collaboration. Active listening is very important. You have to be active. You have to give other person space and time to share their views. Empathy. अगर आपका कोई फ्रेंड है ऑफिस में, या आपका कोई कलीग है, कोई आपको आके कुछ अपनी प्रॉब्लम आपके साथ में शेयर कर रहा है, कोई रो रहा है, you cannot start crying with that person. You have to understand, you have to make other person understand that you can understand, but it's not like कि उनको बुरा लग रहा है तो आपको भी आप भी उनकी ही भावनाओं में बह के उन्हीं की तरह रिएक्ट कर रहे हो. Give me a second. Yes. You have to be empathetic. You have to, you know, understand, but आपको उनकी भावनाओं में नहीं बहना है. You have to be very clear about your communication, whether it is written communication or verbal communication. Seeking feedback is very, very important in this time. अगर कोई आपको feedback दे रहा है तो you have listen to that feedback with a positive attitude. It should not be just like कि किसी ने मुझे आके बोला कि दीप्ति, you are not good in this, you are not good with writing emails, and you start thinking bad, negative about that person. You definitely need to think about yourself, that where I can improve. Please be always open to the feedbacks. Non-verbal communications include your body language, your attitude, your facial expressions are also very important. You have to be very careful and very professional about it. And teamwork is important. Just be open with people, always have a collaborative approach. There are certain thoughts or certain pointers which I'll touch upon as to build a successful career trajectory is set your goals before you start. I'm not sure many of you are going through your placements. आप कोई second year में हो, first year में हो या किसी का placement हो चुका है. You must be in the different phases. In every phase, you should start setting your goals from now itself. Define the clear goals. अपना एक action plan बनाओ. Again, here also I would like to add one thing. आपने goal setting की, आपने अपने लिए plan बनाया, but just by any chance if you are not able to achieve those goals due to any condition, just don't think bad about it. Just restart, rework on your things, set another goals, and of course, set achievable goals at that particular time. Just don't think कि मेरा placement होगा तो मुझे XYZ a number of salaries I'm looking for. Just think from that perspective. Continuous learning is very important. You have to be lifetime learner. For that, you need to stay updated with the industry trends. You need to acquire new skills to remain the competitive. But here again, when I say you have to acquire new skills, you just don't need to overdo. Give yourself time, give yourself space to understand those things, to implement your new learnings and then move forward. Just don't do मैंने आज ये certification कर लिया, मैं ये learn कर रहा हूँ, मैं वो learn कर रहा हूँ. Continuous certifications or doing such things will definitely not help you. You have to set certain things, you have to learn, you have to practice, you have to learn, unlearn and then relearn as well. Performance management is very important. Performance plays a very important role in your corporate journey, even if you are an intern, you are in trainee, or you are in the process of becoming an executive. Your performance will definitely be monitored by your boss or your teams or your peers. So keep seeking feedbacks, identify the areas of your improvement, and proactively develop your strengths. It is very important. You cannot just stick to one thing, and build your network. Build your network. It's not just only just be with your team or people with your office. Start connecting with people outside as well. For example, you can connect with the people on the LinkedIn. You can attend different events, maybe the conferences or anything, but keep working on your network. Please. Questions, please.
Dikti ma'am, we can't hear you properly.
I will keep my video off for the better audio.
Okay.
Can we have the questions, please?
Yes, sure, ma'am. So just a moment, yeah. So the first question that we have is from Swapnil. Is it important to have internship before graduation, and what kind of skills should we look up on as a student?
Yes, internships plays a very important role in your journey because it gives you an space to to understand the office dynamics, to understand the organization, learn certain skills. For example, when you're an intern, when you join an organization at that particular time, it happens with many students or many people that they are not aware how to join the meetings, how to attend the meetings, right? How to set the calendar invites, how to write in emails. But when you are an intern, your organization helps you to develop those basic organizational skills. So it is very important, and it depends upon your field you are choosing, that what kind of trainings or what kind of courses or the opportunities you would like to leverage while doing your internships.
Okay. So the next question that we have is from Tanya. The question is, ma'am, what kind of soft skills recruiters look for in graduates? Dikti, ma'am, I think you're having some network issues. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's better.
Yes, the soft skill which I touched upon already, these are public speaking plays a very crucial role when you are dealing with different people. You are talking to, various people. You have to be polite. You have to be, respectful towards people. Conflict negotiation, we already touched upon. It is very important that you should have an open mind towards looking at anything which you are coming across. Confidence, yes, confidence is a very important part of it. You should be friendly with your friends, with your people, with your peers and everybody. You should have a smiling face all the time. You should be approachable. Basically, if I talk about, you should be approachable. Decision making, though decision making comes from the experience as well, but in the initial side as well, whenever you have to make any decision, you have to think through it. You have to think about all the pros and cons of the decisions, and of course you need to take the accountability of the your decisions, right? And अगर कुछ fail आप हो भी गए तो it will gives you a learning and experience as well. So don't feel bad about it. Team building, yes, you should be able to connect with different people. You should be, open to be part of different teams. You should have that team building attitude. You should have that leadership skills, and you have to be creative as well. Yeah.
That was very well answered, ma'am. The next question that we had is from Sarachna. As a student, we do not have any practical experience. So, how can we overcome this and make our resume impactful?
Yes, so it is very important, to have that particular thing. Definitely go those experience, but student should definitely do that. Giving that experience. So that's experience.
Sorry, Deepti ma'am, we couldn't really hear you. If you won't mind repeating that.
Tanya, could you please repeat once again?
Oh, you're asking me to repeat the question?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So the question was, as a student, we do not have any practical experience. So how can we overcome this and make our resume impactful? Ma'am, I think you're having some network issues. If you're speaking something, we can't hear you. Okay, guys, I think we are encountering some network issues again. I would really appreciate your patience. Let's just wait for 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, am I audible now? Okay, I've rejoined. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Yes. So you sorry, once again, I would request to please repeat the question so that I can answer again properly.
No issues, ma'am. So the question that we had was from Sarachna. The question was, as a student, we do not have any practical experience. So how can we overcome this and make our resume impactful?
All right. Thank you for repeating the question, Tanisha. So here, what I would like to tell is experience comes working only. So at the initial stages, you can just gain that experience and exposure from participating in the different projects, or maybe one more thing which you can do is you can also volunteer, right? You can do some volunteering, which will help you in networking. It will also give you certain, experience as well. The community which I belongs to, I'll give you a very good example of that. I'm part of this global community called HR Success Talk, where we have 125 plus volunteers supporting us globally. And in this volunteering role, we just don't have students. we have students, we have working professionals, we have CHROs, we have CXOs, and we have the different leaders as well who are doing this volunteering. And why they are doing this volunteering? Because they have certain objective. If I touch upon the reason why these students are volunteers, because they are able to learn the organization skills. They are able to connect with people. They are getting mentors. You know, they are participating in different activities such as event management, managing some YouTube channel, or managing some HR conference, which helps them to interact with people outside, right? So these are the things which you can, you know, definitely go through. आप किसी NGO के लिए कर सकते हो, आप किसी HR कमेटी के लिए कर सकते हो, आप किसी noble cause के लिए कर सकते हो. And these are the things which definitely students can try to gain certain experience. And recently we have organized and training for our volunteers, which help them to understand the different AI tools which people are using these days. That tools, you know, which can help you in email writing, creating presentations, your LinkedIn posts, and many other things, which will help them in making their personal brand as well. Right. So these volunteering is one part of it, training is one part of it, participating in different social activities is one part of it. But when we are focusing on something technical, that definitely people can experience through work only, but when they will start working with an organization. But the basic skills we learn outside as well.
So the next question that we have, ma'am, is from Amol.
Am I able to
the
answer this question?
This was really good. This was really good, and yeah, it was, really impactful. Yeah, we got to know a lot about it. We got, like, I don't know about everyone, but I think most of us got to know about, the volunteering of HR Success Talk. I didn't know about it at first, but yeah, it's good to hear about it. That's really nice for the students to, alongside like experience the networking. So, okay, should we jump on to the next question? Deepti ma'am? Deepti ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Apologies for all the inconvenience in the because of this network, please.
That's really fine, ma'am. No one has a hand in the network thing.
No, no,
So,
I'm
should we jump
feeling
on to
bad.
the next question? Okay, so the next question we have is from Amol. Ma'am, how to handle office politics? I think it was addressed by you, but let's just give the answer in brief.
So can I think I have a lot more asks, right? So can you
Sorry?
please speak about it? What can the person ask this question and just share his thoughts about office politics first, then I can answer it.
I'm really sorry, Deepti ma'am, but I can't, totally understand you. I'm not able to hear you clearly.
All right. So office politics is again you can handle by having a positive attitude towards people, towards problem, and towards the situations you are coming across. Do not gossip. Do not comment on anyone's appearance, their working, their their dressing sense, their working or anything. If you come across this, just try to avoid that person and try to focus on your own goals and your own roles and responsibilities and tasks assigned to you. And there are many things which can be handled in practical only depending on the situation. So you have to be mindful about talking to people. This is the key. You have to be mindful. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So the next question we have is from Rekha Pandey. The question is, how should we approach our first job in terms of career growth? I mean, should we focus on gaining diverse experiences or specialize early on?
Before choosing your dream job, you have to think about certain things. You have to prioritize your, your needs. There are many people, there are many students, they want to work big MNCs because they want big package. There are many students who want, you know, who want to experience, uh, not only the experience, depending on your finances, depending on your dreams, your aspirations, and your responsibilities, you can plan your first job. It is not at all bad to think about that मुझे इस XYZ पैकेज पे ही ज्वाइन करना है. बट अगर आपकी सिचुएशन आपको अलाउ करती है, आपकी फाइनेंशियल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आपको अलाउ करती है, डेफिनेटली यू कैन वर्क टुवर्ड्स दैट. बट अगर आपको आपकी पहली जॉब ऐसी मिलती है जहाँ पे यू विल गेट अ गुड वर्क एनवायरनमेंट, यू हैव अ good organization culture, you will get good people, and an open culture, when definitely you can explore different responsibilities, right? If I can give an example, when we start thinking about working in an MNCs में normally क्या होता है that you just stick to the one role, and it takes time to move to the another role or another vertical or another department. बट अगर आप किसी मिड साइज या किसी स्मॉल साइज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में या किसी स्टार्टअप के साथ में काम करते हो, आप मल्टीपल एक ही टाइम पे आप मल्टीपल रोल प्ले कर सकते हो, आप मल्टीपल स्किल्स डेवलप कर सकते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं एक एचआर वाले रोल की बात करूं, अगर मैं किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में मैंने L&D में मैंने अगर ज्वाइन किया है that I want to be an L&D professional only, definitely I can choose a big MNC who has a big L&D department, right? But if I have an aspiration to become an HR professional, to go to HR journalist role, right? HR journalist role में क्या होता है कि आप मल्टीपल चीजें हैंडल करते हो. अगर आप कोई या अगर आप कोई अगर आप रिक्रूटर बनना चाहते हो, आप एक L&D प्रोफेशनल बनना चाहते हो, तो आपको उस डायरेक्शन में काम करना पड़ेगा. अगर आप एक जर्नलिस्ट रोल में काम करना चाहते हो, तो आपको उसके अकॉर्डिंग अपनी कंपनी चूज करनी पड़ेगी. बिकॉज MNCs में अगर आप ज्वाइन करते हो, एक रोल पे आपको बहुत ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करना पड़ता है, because they have a very huge department, very big things, right? And it takes years for people to explore the different role, the diverse role. Maybe L&D का जो पर्सन है वो रिक्रूटमेंट में एक्सप्लोर नहीं कर सकता है, या वो किसी जर्नलिस्ट रोल में एक्सप्लोर नहीं कर सकता है. वहीं आपके एस्पायरेशंस डिफरेंट है. अगर आप स्टार्टअप में, अगर आपको कोई स्टार्टअप की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है, कोई मिड साइज कंपनी की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है, वहां पे आपके स्किल डेवलपमेंट के स्किल्स को ग्रो करने के चांसेस ज्यादा होते हैं. अगर आपके पास में कोई फाइनेंशियल आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज है, आपकी कोई एजुकेशन लोन है, या कोई भी ऐसी चीज है जहाँ पे आपको अपने पेरेंट्स को सपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा, तो आपको उस डायरेक्शन में सोचना चाहिए. किसी बड़े पैकेज को ज्वाइन करने का ड्रीम रखना इज नॉट अ बैड थिंग, बट यू हैव टू थिंक बियॉन्ड दैट एज वेल. आपको अपने करियर ग्रोथ के बारे में भी सोचना पड़ेगा कि मैंने L&D में ज्वाइन किया तो मैं अगले 5 साल तक मैं सिर्फ L&D का ही काम कर रहा हूँ या कर रही हूँ, या मैं कुछ और रोल एक्सप्लोर नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर एस्पायरेशंस, व्हाट डू यू वांट टू डू. अगर आपके फाइनेंसेस आपको अलाउ करते हैं तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन गो टुवर्ड्स इट. बट अगर आप स्किल डेवलपमेंट में फोकस करना चाहते हैं, करियर में ज्यादा करना चाहते हैं, तो आपको डिफरेंटली सोचना पड़ेगा.
Okay, that was again very well answered as expected. So the next question we have is from Dipanshi. The question is, how should we do salary negotiations as a fresher? Should we negotiate or accept whatever we get?
It's a wonderful question. I would love to answer this question. So, when you think about your dream job with this 6-digit salaries or XYZ numbers or this package, you have to think. First of all, आपको अगर आपको अपने आप को कैपेबल बनाना पड़ेगा उस चीज को अचीव करने के लिए, उस नंबर को अचीव करने के लिए. अगर आपको लगता है आप कॉन्फिडेंट हो, आप निगोशिएट कर सकते हो, तो डेफिनेटली यू डू दिस. बट वो निगोशिएशन को, फॉर दैट निगोशिएशन यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द रोल and the skills required for that particular job which you are looking for and the package they are offering. Initially, I would really recommend just not well into different salary packages. First, you need to grab that opportunity, you need to grab that work experience, and accordingly पैसा आपके पास में definitely आएगा अगर आप उसको करोगे. तो अगर आप बहुत ही ज्यादा स्पेसिफिक होगे, इफ यू नो यू विल बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक इन योर salary expectations, you might not get those opportunities which can help you to grow in your career in a faster way. डिपेंड करता है आपके स्किल सेट के ऊपर और जो रोल आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो उसके ऊपर. अगर कोई आप एज एन फ्रेशर किसी कंपनी को ज्वाइन कर रहे हो, टेक्निकली आपने कोई ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी सीख रखी है, आई एम नॉट एन इंजीनियर और यू नो आई एम नॉट अ कोडर और एनी काइंड ऑफ, so I won't be able to talk about much that the technical language. but अगर आपका कोई लैंग्वेज पे कमांड है और अगर मार्केट में उसकी डिमांड बहुत ज्यादा है तो डेफिनेटली आप नेगोशिएट कर सकते हो, आप अपनी एक्सपेक्टेशंस रख सकते हो. बट अगेन यू हैव नॉट टू बी स्टबर्न टुवर्ड्स इट. राइट? अगर आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी में नहीं मिलेगी, आप कोई कंपनी ज्वाइन नहीं करोगे तो आपको सैलरी कहाँ से आएगी? राइट? तो आपको उसके ऊपर भी डिपेंड करना पड़ेगा. हर इंटरव्यू में जाओगे और आप बोलोगे नहीं जी मुझे तो आई वांट दिस 1 लाख रुपीस पर मंथ, आई डोंट नो, मैंने ये स्किल कर रखा है, मैंने ये कोर्स कर रखा है एंड आई वांट दिस. बट इट आल्सो डिपेंड्स upon the market requirement, the demand and supply of the skill set which you are acquiring. So based on that, you can definitely share your views, share your thoughts and ask questions about it, but you don't need to be stubborn about it. So you have to be flexible, and first you should have that learning attitude while joining your first job.
Okay.
Does this answer the question?
Yes. So
Great.
now we have come to the last question of the session. We have it from Sneha. The question is, we often feel underqualified than our colleague in office environment. So how to overcome that insecurity?
Brilliant question. And I
Yes.
was also going through this question, I'm going through this situation and phase while joining my first job. This is a very genuine question. And first of all, everybody is unique. Everybody is special, right? हर किसी में एक अपनी यूनिक क्वालिटीज होती है which you need to focus upon. You don't need to overlook your own qualities, your own strengths. Might be someone, for example, I and Tanisha working in the same college, हम दोनों ने प्लेसमेंट के लिए अप्लाई किया, हम उस प्लेसमेंट में बैठे, तनीषा का सिलेक्शन हो गया, मेरा सिलेक्शन नहीं हुआ. Could be a possibility. I'll take an example that Tanisha is more confident than me, right? उस पर्टिकुलर स्किल के लिए उनको कॉन्फिडेंस की ज्यादा जरूरत होगी, हो सकता है उनको ये चीज उस कंपनी को ऐसा पर्सन चाहिए होगा जो ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट होगा। आप अगर अभी कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हो, इट डजंट मीन कि आप कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं होगे, राइट? हो सकता है तनीषा बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है, बट तनीषा इज नॉट एबल टू स्पीक गुड इंग्लिश, एंड यू हैव अ वेरी गुड कमांड ऑन योर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, राइट? Tanisha is very good in her dressing sense. You are not good in the dressing sense, but you have better verbal skills. या कोई ऐसा सर्टिफिकेशन आपने किया हुआ होगा जो तनीषा ने नहीं किया होगा, तो आपको उस कंपनी में अगर जॉब नहीं मिला है, फॉर जिस कंपनी में तनीषा को हायर कर लिया है, इट डजंट मीन कि आप आगे किसी कंपनी में जॉब नहीं मिलेगी, या आपके स्किल्स की या जो स्ट्रेंथ आप एक्वायर करते हो उसकी किसी और कंपनी को जरूरत नहीं होगी. So you don't need to feel bad about yourself. You don't need to feel, low about yourself, and you don't need to be insecure, because every human being, every individual, everyone is different. सबकी अपनी अपनी स्किल सेट्स होती हैं, सबकी अपनी अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स होती है जिस पे आपको फोकस करना होता है. Don't need to feel jealous about your friends or about your colleagues or anyone. Just work upon yourself, try to become better, compete with yourself. And ये कोई theoretical ज्ञान नहीं है या कोई किताबी ज्ञान नहीं है. This is really logical and genuine. And this is time saving as well. अगर आप यही सोचते रहो, अगर दीप्ति यही सोचती रहेगी कि मैं तनीषा जैसे क्यों नहीं हूँ, मैं तनीषा जैसे क्यों बात नहीं कर सकती, देन दीप्ति कभी उस चीज पे फोकस नहीं कर पाएगी कि तनीषा के अंदर वो क्या क्वालिटीज है जो मुझे भी सीखनी चाहिए. हो सकता है तनीषा might be thinking that Deepti has a very good writing skills or communication skills. I should learn from her. We should learn that skill from Tanisha or anybody else. So don't compare, don't dwell into comparison or insecurities. Focus on yourself, and definitely you will improve. मैं जब यहाँ पे, अगर मैं आपको बहुत ही क्विक एग्जांपल देती हूँ, I'll not take much time as we are about to end this session. I am from an Indore. I was an extrovert. मैंने जब अपनी कंपनी ज्वाइन की थी, मुझे ईमेल्स लिखना नहीं आता था. अपनी फर्स्ट कंपनी ज्वाइन की थी, मुझे ईमेल्स लिखना नहीं आता था, मुझे लोगों से बात करना नहीं आता था. आई वाज अ वेरी वेरी शाय पर्सन, राइट? बट आई वर्कड अपॉन माई सेल्फ. इंग्लिश बोलना, एग्जाम्पल दे रही हूँ मैं, इंग्लिश बोलना, इंग्लिश आना और अपने आप को बेटर वे में प्रेजेंट करना, दोनों में एक अलग चीज है. You can be a good communicator in the Hindi language as well. आप इंग्लिश में बहुत अच्छे से बात कर सकते हैं, राइट? आप अगर अच्छे से ईमेल लिखना आता है, आपको पता है कि आप किस तरह की लैंग्वेज यूज करनी है, किस तरीके से बात करनी है, so that will become your power. It should not be like you have to be, very well dressed. मैं जब दिल्ली एनसीआर में आई थी, आई एम telling you, people was literally laughing on my dressing sense because I always used to wear suits that time. Because मैं उसी environment पे रही हूँ, my parents or my family did not allow me to wear jeans or any western dresses. When I went to when I was here in Delhi NCR, people literally used to laugh at me. But I had my own situations, my own things, my own, finances, my financial responsibility. I did not think about, I did not had that mindset कि लोग मेरे बारे में क्या. People talk about the Amitabh Bachchan ji as well. When Sachin Tendulkar fails, problems होती थी या वो कभी आउट हो जाते थे, तो लोग, इतने बड़े लोगों के बारे में भी people used to think about कि Sachin is now as the age, धोनी की एज हो गई है, अभी क्रिकेट नहीं खेल पाएगा. या we talk lot of stuff about the actresses as well, actor and actresses as well. What they do, they think about the positive sides of themselves. They just focus on those things. They do not, see कि मैं मीडिया में जाके कि आज मेरी क्या क्रिटिक आया है, आज मेरे को किसने क्या बोला है. They do not think about it. They just keep on focusing yourself. So don't be insecure about yourself. Definitely, gradually, once you gain that experience, you will come across different life experience situations in your office or in your personal life. Definitely, you will improve. So don't be insecure about it. It's okay. It's okay अगर आपको बहुत अच्छी इंग्लिश नहीं आती है, या आप बहुत अच्छी मेल्स नहीं लिख सकते हो, या आपको बहुत ही फैंसी तरीके से ड्रेस करना नहीं है, that doesn't mind. You have to be a good human being first. You have to be punctual. You have to respect others. You have to be polite. These are the very basic skills which will take you further. If you hear any of the good speakers or leaders, first of all, they are very humble, they are very friendly, they are approachable. If you carry that attitude since the beginning of your career, definitely आप बहुत लंबा जाओगे अपनी लाइफ में. So be just be yourself. Yeah.
That was so, so beautifully answered. I really want to give a standing ovation to that. That was a really, really good answer, ma'am. And I would also like to say that, yeah, every human being is different. Like, even I think most of us, all of us have encountered this situation, where we compare ourselves to others. But we just, we forget the fact that there are people who admire us, who want to be like us. The person that we are, comparing us with, that, okay, we don't have this, we don't have that. We forget about the positive part that we have. And yeah, we should cherish that, and we should, work on that. Okay. And also, ma'am, I would like to add that, yeah, we are proud of you too. The things that you added, the situations that you encountered in your, early phase, addressed it so strongly. Yes, you're such a strong human being. That was so good. Proud of you.
This is how we grow. This is how I come across many stories in my life. I heard about from many leaders, many, many speakers, many leaders, and many people, that we grow with the experiences only, right? So we have to be ourselves. We have to be polite and respect, and keep smiling always.
So yeah, that was really good. So with this, I think we are pretty much above the timeline. It was such
Yeah.
a, engaging session. I just got lost on the time. So yeah, let's conclude our session. So as we wrap up today's incredible session, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to Ms. Deepthi ma'am for sharing her invaluable expertise and insights on transitioning from campus to corporate. Your wisdom and practical advice have provided us with a strong foundation for navigating one of the most important stages in our career journey. We are confident that the strategies and tips you have shared will empower all of us to approach our future careers with confidence, purpose, and clarity. To our audience, thank you for your participation and engaging questions. Your involvement is what makes these sessions so enriching. The knowledge you have gained today is a powerful stepping stone to your future success in the professional world. We hope you found this session as inspiring and enlightening as we did. Stay tuned for more upcoming webinars in our 24 in 2024, The Changemakers of India series. Each session is a unique opportunity to learn from top industry leaders and continue developing the skills that will help you excel in your career. So until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving to make a difference. Have a wonderful day ahead, everyone.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. Thank you everyone for being part of this session. Have a good time, great day. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to add one another thing. I think that in the initial stage, I told you about our WhatsApp community channel. I'm also dropping the link for the YouTube channel. You guys can go check it out and subscribe if you want to. You can stay up to date with the Changemaker Show series. So thank you. This was your host, Tanisha. Thank you. Bye.